In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. We want to be strong. We want to be powerful. Is it? Of course it is. Who don't want to become a powerful person and who don't want to become a strong person? That's another thing that whether the kind of standard and criteria we have set forward to become a strong and to be a powerful person is a correct one or not. Whatever our standard and criteria is, we are trying to come up to that. We are trying to fulfill all the requirements which are needed to become a strong and to be a powerful person. The very common concept and notion is that we need to have enough amount of wealth. We need to have enough amount of wealth if we want to become a strong and a powerful person. We need to become quite an influential person if at all we want to become a strong, we want to become a powerful person. We need to be wealthy on the one hand, we need to be influential on the other hand. Not only this thing, we want to become healthy, of course, it is very important. We want to be well educated, we want to be intelligent, because these are the powerful traits of being a powerful and a strong person. Many of the people here in our society from a weaker country they want to migrate to a stronger country, to a powerful country, to a wealthy country, to to become a citizen of that particular country, so that it becomes easier for us to be called as a powerful and a strong person. All of those things are fine. I'm not going to question any of those things at all. But one thing is there, that one thing is that all of these people, we don't, if at all we have the opportunity, if at all there is a there is a methodology, there is a way to peep into their mind, whatever these people are thinking, do they consider themselves as a strong and a powerful person? I believe that almost all are overwhelming of these people who have attained all of those things. They don't think that they are a strong and a powerful person, because because as for the either call it a lust or a desire to have more money is concerned, we are always willing to have more money and even more money. As for the influence and fame and power is concerned, we are always desirous of having more influence, more fame, and more power. So there is no end to the lust, or call it a desire, or call it a greed. There is no end to the greed of the money. There is no end to the greed of the influence, fame, and power. So are the rest of the things. So are the rest of the things. As for the health is concerned, as for the age is concerned, we want to increase everything else except the age. We want to reduce our age. Instead of increasing our age, we want to reduce our age. We want to increase everything else, like everything else, money, influence, health, and power, and call it anything, intelligence, or education, or call it anything. We want to increase, and we want to keep increasing on a constant basis. We want to have the maximum of it. But as for the age is concerned, we want to reduce our age. We want to keep reducing our age. We want to stay younger. We want to stay younger forever. But the trouble is, that we cannot stay younger forever. It is not humanly possible. It is not humanly possible. It is not possible for any other creature, because everything who was born will keep getting older with the passage of time. Each and every creature Each and every species which was born, I think, with the passage of time, each and every individual, we are talking about the humans, as for each and every individual human being is concerned, we are getting older. Once we are born, we cannot stop this process, we cannot stop it at all, not even for a single second. This process cannot be stopped at all. Even the most powerful of the people, they too are getting older with the passage of time. Look upon General Pervez Musharraf. He was all powerful in Pakistan. Today, then came a time he wasn't able to enter the country, even Pakistan. He could not enter that country, and then came a time that he is a bedridden. He cannot leave. Rather, he is not in the senses. He cannot feed with his mouth, and he cannot move, not even a little bit from the bed. And tomorrow, what is going to happen? Tomorrow, whatever will happen, it does happen with each and everyone else, everyone, with each and every human being. So as for the greed of money is concerned, as for the greed of power, fame, and influence is concerned, as for the greed of the rest of the things are concerned, I think these things cannot make us a stronger human being, cannot make us a powerful human being. But still, it does not mean that we should stop looking for these, because again it is not humanly possible. Wherever we are, we want to move forward. As for the money is concerned, as for the influence and fame is concerned, as for our health is concerned, the money can be increased with the passage of time. But as for the rest of the things are concerned, I think there is no guarantee to that, particularly if a human being is consuming oneself, if a human being is consuming oneself, burning itself with the passage of time. If at all we ourselves are becoming weaker and more weaker with the passage of time, so what is the use of having more and more money? And as for the influence and the power is concerned, look upon the powerful people. Once they do retire, what does happen to them? Many of those people die before retirement, and many of those people are retired first, then they keep getting older, and then a time arrives when they do have to die. I'm talking about why not to try certain other things as well. I cannot say, because again it is not humanly possible to act upon this advice. We cannot, I'm not going to say that we should stop looking for all of those things we have just mentioned, but at least we should try to know the reality of it. At least we should try to know that to what extent the power and the strength it can give to us, to a human being. Dear friends and fellows, we need to do certain other things on a parallel basis. We need to practice certain other things parallelly. Like what are those things, by the way? I think that we need to have more control over our mind. At least wherever we are, if there is a 5% control over our mind, I think we need to increase it with the passage of time. Wherever we are, if we do have 20% of control over our mind, over our thinking, I think we should try to enhance it. And not only this thing, I think there are certain other things as well. We need to have more control over our action. Whatever we are going to do, whatever we are going to say, we need to have more and even more control over it. That thing is called self discipline. Then afterwards, we need to have empathy. We need to keep ourselves in the empowering mental states. We need to keep our spirits high. We need to keep our moral high, my dear friends and fellows. And then the three of these things, then there are certain other things as well. Above all, we need to become a patient human being. We need to have more and more and even more patience. I think we need to have simplicity, more simplicity, and even more simplicity. We need to have contentment. We need to have contentment. We need to have contentment. As for the greed is concerned, the contentment is far better than the greed. My dear friends and fellows, we need to keep ourselves in the empowering mental state. We need to have patience. We need to have even more patience, and we need to have even more patience. The more patience we do have, I think the stronger we will become, the powerful we will become. And if at all we do know the importance of the minimalism, if at all we do know the importance of abandoning the lust and the greed, and to lead a simpler life, I think, as far these things are concerned, let me assure you with enough amount of confidence that these people are stronger than the wealthier people, than the influential and the famous people. These people with the later qualities are more strong people. These are stronger people as compared to the people with the huge sum of money and with the plenty of fame and the so-called influence and so-called fame. My dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, if at all we do want to become a strong person indeed, if at all we do want to become a powerful person indeed, let's try at least the two of these things. One thing is called the minimalism, and the other thing is called the patience. I believe the more of these two things we do have, the stronger we will become, the powerful we will become. The first thing is contentment instead of the lust, or contentment or minimalism. It is the same thing. Let's try to become a minimalist, and let's try to become a patient human being. Let's try to have more and more patience. Believe me, the two of these qualities, I think, will make us a stronger and a powerful human being. Thank you.